Hi and welcome. This is the next live stream, this time for Blender modeling. I will use Blender 2.78 and in this one we will create a table using Blender with an animated draw. Okay, I really hope you join in, so let's start. Here is my Blender 2.78 and we will begin with adding a cube. I have enabled my screencast keys so that you can see which keys I am pressing, and we will start now. Okay. Let's add a cube for the plate, for the table plate. And I will try to model this in a way that its dimensions are realistic. So first let me scale this a little bit in object mode, and don't forget when you scale this in object mode that you have to apply the scale. I do this now. Okay, now I switch to edit mode and I check this one here in the properties length, and then we can see the dimensions of this table, and it's a little bit too big. I will scale this down, let's say to 160, about 160 in width. Okay, and then scale it in Z direction and also in Y direction. Okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. That's a good table, good size. Okay, great. As you might know, I like beveling, and I will do this now. The bevels, of course, not in object mode. I switch to edit mode. Control B and add some bevels. Oops, a little bit too much. Okay, like this. Let's see how much this will be. Yeah, that's good. That's a nice bevel for the plate. Okay, that's the plate. Okay, I turn to smooth shading. That looks better. Yeah. Okay, and now we will add the legs. Again, I will add a cube. Scale it. Now I'm again in object mode, and you have to keep in mind when you're in object mode and do scaling, then you have to apply this scale. Okay, I will do this now and switch to edit mode. Again, check the length and see the measures. 60 is not bad. Change to face selection. Bring this up a little bit. Now let's see, 75. It's perfect. That's perfect for a table. I'll set the origin like that, and again beveling. Oh, edit mode, add the bevel for everything. Like that, yes. Okay, and what I will do now is I will remove this upper face here, so we can hide the table plate, sorry, pressing H. Then I select the leg, switch to edit mode, select this one here. We don't need the length, and then I will remove this face because we don't see this face when the plate is hiding it. Okay, smooth shading. Yeah, that's good. And then press Alt H and the blade will be shown again. Okay, we have one leg now. Select it and bring it to the left and here to the right, like so. And then I will snap this blade to the leg, so enable snapping for edges, that's okay. And I bring this down and snap it to this outer edge. Okay. Okay, let me see who's in the chat. Currently nobody, but I'm sure you will come to the chat later, and then you can ask questions. Watching are 6 people. Okay, great. And let's continue. Okay, we have one leg, and let me duplicate this leg. Press X to move it here for the X-axis and bring it to this position. Okay. Now I will select these 2 legs and again duplicate and move it along the Y-axis like so. Okay, this already looks like a table, right? Yeah, cool. Okay, now let's add something here for the sides. We'll add a cube again. Ooh, where is this cube? Let's bring it to... Oh, I have my table moved a little bit too much upwards. Well, let's remove this and correct this. Let's select all this stuff and bring it down. Okay, that's better. And now again, let's add this cube and save. Save often. I press Ctrl S to save this. I already added this file called table. And now let me scale this cube. You see it is snapping. I will disable snapping for now. Later we will need it. Okay, and now we'll scale this again. Okay, that's a good size. Now scale it in X direction. Oh, now we can change to edit mode. And now we can snap these faces here. We bring this first to this. And now this one. Okay. And now we can snap. Select this face. Enable snapping and bring it to this edge here. Okay. Just like that. And also this one. Yeah, that's nice. And what I will do now is I will hide this again, then select this one and remove this face because we don't see it and we don't need it. But first I will bevel. Okay, let's apply the scale. Now select all these parts and add a bevel. Like that. Okay, select this face and remove it. Okay. Great. And now I will duplicate this one. First let's add smooth shading. And we don't need these faces here also. Let's see these outer faces here. Select, let's see, this one, and also this one. Okay, remove it. Great. Okay, now we can duplicate this, bring it to this side. Okay, great. And again duplicate it. Disable snapping and rotate it 90 degrees around the y-axis. Okay. Now bring it to the left, like so, and again we will snap in edit mode. And also for this side. Great, and now we have to duplicate and move it to the right. Okay, the snapping doesn't match, so let me just select this, bring it in. Oh, selected both. Yeah, that's better. Also for this one. Okay. And now for this. Okay. Nice. Now press Alt H, and here's our blade again. Cool. That's our table, and what I want to do is I want to add a drawer here in the front. And before I do this, I will join all these submodels, because we want one model in the end, one object. So we'll first press Ctrl J to join these models here below, and I'll leave the blade as is because it could be that I need to hide this again. So I keep this as separate object. Press save, save often. Okay, nice. And now let's add the drawer. Let's hide this and press Tab to switch to edit mode. And now we'll add here some edge loops, 2 edge loops. Then S to scale in X direction and bring it, yeah, just like here. That's a good size for the drawer, I think. Why is it there? Oh, I think I have to disable the snapping for this, sorry. So this is my front side. Again, let's add this, press S in X direction. Yeah, now that's it. Okay, and switch to face selection mode and select these faces here. And now press P for separate, separate this, P, selection. And now we have a separate object. And I switch to object mode now, select this one here. And origin to geometry. And now you see, this is a separate object, okay? And this will be, in the end, our drawer. Okay, let's just hide the outside here also and close this holes. Okay, press F and again F, and also for the upside, for the top. And now we have a closed model, a closed object for the drawer. I press Alt H again, and here's our table. This is one model. We can call this table now. That's the table. And this is the drawer. Great. Okay, what is this? Let's see. Oh, what is my table? Ah, this is the plate. Let's call it plate. And this one is the table. Okay. Table. Okay, nice. Now for the drawer we need some other parts. So let's move it out. And let me add the sides and the bottom. So perhaps I will just, yeah, let's duplicate this one, move it in Y direction, rotate around the Z axis 90 degrees. And again, I switch to edit mode. Then select this side here, bring it in a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good size for this drawer. And again, we don't need this face here because we don't see it. So I will remove it, this face, and did I get it? Yes. Okay, and also, no, we keep this one because it's at the outside. Okay, now let me again snap this. You can Control press, and then it will snap here to this outer edge. Okay, you don't need to activate this snapping. You can also press the Control key and then it snaps. Okay, again duplicate in X direction this time, move it like here, yeah. And yeah, that's okay. And now I will add the bottom of this drawer. I will add a cube again, and we have to scale this also in Z direction. Yeah, nice. Okay, and bring it here to the inside, and now I switch here to the wireframe mode so that I can see how my model looks here in the inside. And I'll bring it down, and again in edit mode I scale it, but let me apply the scale first because I scaled it in object mode. Okay, and select this face, snap it here, and then select this one and snap it here. Okay. Yeah, that's good. And now switch again to edit mode and add one edge loop here. And then I extrude out one part, this one. Press E, then C. Yeah, that's good. And I will also snap here this side and also this one. Great. Okay, then again to solid mode, and let's see how it looks like. That's not bad. That's good. Okay, now let's join all these sub-objects in object mode. This one, this one, this one. Okay, now press Ctrl J, and that's our draw. Nice. And when I move it here, you see? Cool. Very cool, I like it. And now bring it in like so. And let's see, perhaps we need some more faces here. Move it out. Yes, I will add some faces for the table here, for the inside of this part. Yeah. Select this and press F and select this edge and press F. Okay. And that's it. That's the basic shape of the table. Now bring this drawer in. Okay, save. I opened the chat now. Cool, you're there. Okay, now what do we need? What is missing? I want a little knob here at the front, a small knob to pull out this drawer. And I think what we need is a UV sphere. No, that's really huge. Scale it. Then rotate it around the x-axis 90 degrees. Okay, and this will be the knob to pull out the drawer. Okay, scale. Okay, the position is correct, but the scale is not. Switch to smooth shading. Yeah, I think that's the correct size. And what I do now is I bring this here in, then switch to edit mode, and then I select, press B and select this part. Okay, now not everything is selected because we have this clipping here and disabled. So limit selection to visible is this option, okay? And when I disable this and do the same operation, you select all the faces of this model. And now I press X or delete and delete these faces. That's it. Okay, nice. Now let me select this whole model and scale it in Y direction. Yep, that's nice. And what I want to have is a little inset here. First let me apply the scale and then add one edge loop here, like so. Okay, and perhaps another one here. Then select this one and bring this in a little bit. Okay, that's nice. Yeah, that's the shape that I was going for. Okay, and now I have to model the backside. So I press E, extrude this, then I scale this in a little bit. Okay, then again I press E, then immediately return, and then I size this down to this size, and then I pull it out like so. Perhaps one edge loop here. Scale it. Yeah, that's cool. That looks nice. Okay, and again E, and then scale it down like this. Okay, and then I will create this kind of cylindric model or cylindric shape. And now let's pull out the drawer. Oh no, you know what? I select this table here, or this blade. Now I can join the table and the blade. Ctrl J to join. Now we have one table and one drawer. And then I hide this table. Okay. And now I bring this one here in, like so. The knob. And you see it's really nice. It fits, it really fits. Bring this in like so, and then on the other side I will use a bevel. Oh no, I will add an edge loop and perhaps scale this up. Yeah, save. Okay. Again an edge loop here. Another one. This is really detailed, although it will be a gaming model or model for games, but I want to show you how to create a nice looking shape here. Okay, then select these parts and now scale this. Okay, that's not bad. Now let's fill this. Select the outside here. Yeah. Oh, that's not really good. Let's do this again. Okay, like so, and now let's scale. Okay. And now scale it here in Y direction. Yeah, this leads to a good shape, and then I will select this edge loop here, press E, then S and 0, and it is filled. Then I select the whole model and press remove duplicates, and you see 31 duplicates are removed because all these vertices are centered here at this point, and we have to remove all these duplicates. Okay, that's not bad. Now let me select this and bring this to the inside. Okay, that's the shape. And what I do now is I will define this knob as a child of this drawer here. So I select the drawer, then the knob, and press Ctrl P. And now when I move the drawer, oops, no, doesn't. Sorry. I have to select this one and then this, Ctrl P, and now the drawer. Oh, now I have loops. Oh, sorry. Okay. Now the drawer is the child of the sphere. I want it vice versa. Now let's pull this out. So now bring this in. The sphere should be the child of the drawer. So I will select the sphere, then the drawer, press Ctrl P, and here we go. Okay, now when I move the drawer, okay, this knob will follow accordingly. Now press Alt H so that we see our table again and pull out the drawer. Where is it? Here. Pull this out. Yeah. Nice. Let's see how this looks like when it is rendered. Let's render now. Yeah. Great, I like it. Really like it. And the last thing I want to do in this tutorial, save, and then we will create an animation. Okay, let's pull out here a timeline. Here's the timeline. And first let's find a position here for the drawer. The default position, okay. And what I do now is I will enable this automatic keyframes, and this will be the first keyframe here at the normal position. This is the default position. Okay, I'll bring this here to this position. You could also snap it. Okay, that's the default. And now I move to frame number 40 and we pull this out like so. Okay, and that's our animation. When I start it now, let's set the end of the animation to 40, and when I press start, here is the open animation. Wow. Really good. Okay, the opposite will be the close animation, and now I will show you how to add an animation that can be used for gaming models. When you export it as FBX, then you will also export the animations. So let's open here the dope sheet. Here's the dope sheet and the action editor. Okay, and now we have this animation we just created, but it doesn't have a name, so we call it open. And that's the first animation. Now when I export this model, this open animation will also be exported. Okay, now let's create the close animation. Also very simple. Press this little plus here for creating a new action. And what we have to do, we have to just move this first key point to frame 40 and this one here to the first frame, and that's it. Then we reverse this animation. Let's see. This is close. Okay, this is the start and this is the end. Now let's call this close, and we are done. We have two animations, close, like so, and we can use open to open this drawer. And that's it. That's our game model. Great, let's close this. And one thing is left. I will define this as the parent and the drawer as a child. So let me just select the drawer, then the table, and press Ctrl P to parent this. And now we have a table and a drawer as child. Okay, and now we could export this out and use this in game engines or wherever you like. So let me just switch here to the live chat. Let's see who is online. Oh, a lot of people. Hi and welcome. Great. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will stop this recording now. Then this video will be saved and I'll stay in the chat, and if you have any questions, you can ask me, okay? So let's see what is missing. I think for this model we are done. Exporting can be done here by selecting this table, then choose File, Export FBX, and it will be exported and can be used in Unity or Unreal Engine or wherever you like. The next tutorial will be to unwrap this, UV unwrap this, and use Substance Painter or 3D Code to add textures and materials to this model. And then we will import it in Unity, and I will upload this model to my Patreon account. And by the way, before I forget this, you know this, Slipknot, before I forget this, if you are my Patreon, I will upload this for you. You can download it from my Patreon account and everything that I add to my Patreon account. And I would like to ask you to support me on my Patreon, because this tutorials is what I like, this is what I love, this is what I do, and you could support me so I have more time to create tutorials like this, okay, and work less on my regular job perhaps sometime. Okay, thanks a lot for watching. Please join my channel, subscribe. I add the link to subscribe, and I really hope to see you soon here back on JNM. Bye.